Detective Sarah Jones walked through the old gates of Harrison Manor. The garden, once beautiful, was now wild and overgrown. 3 days ago, the wealthy owner Thomas Harrison had disappeared, leaving only a strange note about flowers and secrets. "Detective, over here," Officer Mike called. He stood near a rosebush, pointing at something on the ground. Sarah walked closer and saw fresh dirt that looked recently dug up. Sarah put on her gloves and carefully moved some leaves aside. She found a small metal box buried in the dirt. Inside was a key with the number 2741. "This must connect to the missing jewelry," Sarah said. "Last week, someone had stolen Mrs. Harrison's expensive diamond necklace. Was there a connection to Mr. Harrison's disappearance?" Sarah walked around the garden, taking notes. The gardener, James Brown, had worked here for 20 years. He said Mr. Harrison often came to the garden late at night. But why? Near the back wall, Sarah noticed something odd. Behind thick vines was a hidden door. The key from the box fit perfectly. Inside was a small room filled with papers and maps. "Look at these," Sarah said to Officer Mike. "Bank statements showing large money transfers and photos of the diamond necklace being sold." Then Sarah saw a letter. It was from Mrs. Harrison to someone named David. The letter revealed a shocking truth. Mrs. Harrison and David had planned to steal the necklace and blame Mr. Harrison. But Mr. Harrison had discovered their plan. Sarah checked Mrs. Harrison's phone records. Many calls to a David Smith, who was really David Cooper, a known jewel thief. Sarah called for backup. They found Mr. Harrison tied up in David's apartment. Mrs. Harrison and David had kidnapped him after he caught them with the necklace. "I saw them in the garden that night," Mr. Harrison explained later. "I was checking the security cameras I had hidden in the flower beds. When I confronted them, they attacked me." Sarah arrested Mrs. Harrison and David. The diamond necklace was recovered from a safe in David's apartment. Mr. Harrison decided to donate the garden to the city, making it a public park where its only secrets would be beautiful flowers. "Every garden has its secrets," Sarah said as she closed the case file. "But some are more dangerous than others." Back at her office, Sarah added the case to her solved files. The secret garden had given up its mysteries, revealing not just hidden doors and buried keys, but a plot of greed and betrayal. Yet despite everything, the garden's roses still bloomed, keeping their own innocent secrets in their delicate petals.